I used to be a fan, but I never really thought about doing it. And then when I was in college, I got jumped out of party, and I was beating up everybody. Like I was taking them down and beating them up on the ground, getting up, and then grab the next guy. Uh, then so the next day, I was at work, and this girl was like, "Where do you think you're a gladiator, Chris?" And I was like, "You know what? I am a gladiator." So I was like, "Let me just start doing. I should do this professionally if I can beat up whole house parties." So I'm like, let me get on here and did some research. Saw that wrestlers had the best success in MMA. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and clean up my boxing. My friend and his sister were pro boxers, so I started boxing. Started doing kickboxing. Moved back to Houston. Was doing jujitsu and stuff like that. And then I got shot. I got shot. This is an exit wound right here. This right here's an exit wound. Got shot. Came like I had a bullet fragment like right here. I was living a wild life. I was living a real wild life. I was in the streets, selling drugs, doing all the craziness. Caught up to me one night. Guy was shooting at me in the middle of the street when I was in my car and hit the windshield and like hit me and then like blew my driver's side window out and I drove home like because yeah, I thought I was like it was burning because there was a fragment right here. Like when I went and got stitches, they pulled the fragment out, so it was burning and there was like a little bump and it was burning. So I'm driving like, man, I got a bullet in my head. I got a bullet in my head, and blood squirted all over my dashboard. And I'm over here like, oh, so I had a Breaking Bad T-shirt on, and so I took it off and I wrapped it around my head as a tourniquet and I drove home. Went home. I was like, oh well, can't have a bullet in there because I wouldn't be functioning like this. But I was like, I definitely need stitches because this was like a big tunnel. It was like a big old hole in my head, and it was just like a tunnel, and you could see it inside it go like all the way up. Uh, so like, I smoked a blunt and jumped in the shower. So my cousin came home yelling at me and telling me to go to the hospital. So I was like, all right, I'm going. So after that, I was like, I decided I had to change my life, change my ways, and packed up, moved to Albuquerque. So, I was like, if I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna go do it with the best. So packed up and bullet hole still in my car, drove drove out to Albuquerque. He's a wrestler. He just wants to wrestle with me. He throws some simple punches and everything like that. Just wants to throw an overhand right. Nothing too complicated. Basically, he's gonna do the same thing these last two guys did. They were both wrestlers, saying that they was gonna out wrestle me, but people don't realize that I'm a wrestler, like because they see my striking and they forget. They see all these kicks and things that I'm doing, and they don't realize I was a state champ wrestler in high school. So that is my base. Chris Breezy MMA is on my Instagram. It's my Snapchat. Follow, see my day to day, how I'm living, all gym stuff. January 17th, check me out. It's going down on UFC Fight Pass, so everybody can watch it. And if you got Fight Pass, you can check out my last fight, and you definitely want to see that. Definitely, you haven't seen nothing like that. My last LFA fight from July 2nd against Odewall, uh, both highlights, like got people freaking out because of my style. Like people don't are doing the things that I'm doing.